Shri Bhishma Uvacha Iti mati rupakalpita vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave. Now I'll recite 2 lines and then you repeat after them. Iti mati rupakalpita vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni. Iti mati rupakalpita vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni. Swasukhamupagate kvachidvihartum prakritimupeyushi yadbhava pravaha. Tribhuvanakamanam tamalavarnam ravikaragauravaramparam dadane. Vapuralakakula vritananabjam vijayasakeratirasthu me navadhya. Yudituragarajo vidumravishvak kvachalulita shramavaryalankritasye. Mama nishita share vibhidhyamana tvachi vilasat kavachestu Krishna atma. Sapadhi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye nija parayor balayoratam niveshya. Sapadhi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye nija parayor balayoratam niveshya. Stitavati parasainikayurakshna Hrutavati partha sakeratir mamastu. Stitavati parasainikayurakshna Hrutavati partha sakeratir mamastu. Vyavahita pritana mukam nirikshya Swajanavadhat vimukasya dosh buddhya. Kumati maharadatma vidyayayas charanarati paramasyata syamestu. Svanigama mat pratignyam Ritamadhikartumavapluto radhasta. धृतरथचरणोऽभ्ययाच्चलाद्गुर् हरिरिव हन्तुमि भङ्गं गतोत्तरीया हरिरिव हन्तुमि भङ्गतोत्तरीया सीतविशिखहतो विश्रीर्णधंसा क्षतजपरिप्लुत आततायिनो मे आततायिनो मे प्रसभमभिससारमध्वदार्तं स भवतु मे भगवान् गते मुकुन्दा स भवतु मे भगवान् गते मुकुन्दा विजयरथकुटुम्ब आत्ततोत्रे धृतहयरस्मिनिताश्रिये क्षणीये स्मिनिताश्रिये क्षणीये भगवति रतिरस्तु मे मुमूर्षोर्यमिह निरीक्ष्य हता गता स्वरूपम् ललितगतिविलासवल्गुहासा प्रणयनिरीक्षणकल्पितो रुमाना कृतमनुकृतवत्या उन्मदान्दा प्रकृतिमगं किल यस्य गोपवध्वा मुनिगणनृपवर्या संकुलेन्ता सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूय येषाम् सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूय येषाम् अर्हणमुपपेदाईक्षणीयो मम धृषि गोचर एष विरात्मा तमिममहमजं शरीरभाजं हृदि हृदि दिष्टितमात्मकल्पितानाम् प्रतिधृशमिव नैकदार्कमेका समधिगतोऽस्मि विभूतभेदमोहा इति मतिरुपकल्पिता वितृष्णा भगवति सात्वतपुङ्गवे vibhumni. Swasukhamupagate kvachidvihartum prakrutimupeyushi yadbhava pravaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Hare Hare.
श्री भीष्म स्तुति की जय. अंतरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. श्री भीष्म देव की जय. Okay, so before we start our discussion, we have
two cars that needs to be moved. There's a white Tesla, I think it's yours. There's a red Honda that needs to be moved so that we can put the truck over there.
on the street, street side.
So on the street side there is a red Honda. Yeah, that we have to move that car, and yeah, Tesla has to be moved.
And do you need, how many people you need?
At least 4 Prabhujis
Oh,
to come and help with the downloading of few videos.
okay. Go only 4. Why everybody is going? 1, 2, 3, 4. Praveen, you sit. We are not like If they need more help, then you can go. If they need more help, let us know. Yeah. Come closer. Why are you going backward? Randi, munduku randi. You can sit here with kids. Yeah, that's okay. You can sit here with kids. Yeah, for 1 or 2 weeks, I think they'll get comfortable. Then they can go into the class. Yeah. So he's playing games also with the kids. The teacher. Yeah, that's okay. You can sit there. Okay, so last week we discussed about this shloka, right? The yeah, it looks like as if we are doing some South Indian festival. We discussed about this shloka, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam Jnatva Mam Shantim Vrichati. So we already discussed this shloka 2 times, but it's important to discuss more about this shloka so that we can get the true meaning of this message that Krishna is giving in this shloka. So because it's an important, most important instruction from Krishna. Krishna is asking us to Make him as our friend. Huh? Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. Yeah. Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. Krishna is asking that. We are not asking. Krishna only is asking. I am your friend. Krishna has sent the friend request. We just have to accept it. Okay? So we need to understand 3 points, 3 things before we can click on that accept friend button. So what are the 3 things? What are the 3 points in this peace formula? Hmm? Okay. So the shloka 5.29 is a peace formula. Okay. So the peace formula has 3 parts. It has 3 components. What are the 3 components of the peace formula? Hmm? Huh? Benefactor. Yes, Bhokta. Yes. We have to understand that Krishna is the Bhokta. Krishna is the enjoyer. Krishna is the benefactor. Okay, that is the first point. Second point, he is our friend. He is our well-wisher friend. Second point. Third point, Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Yeah, at least look at the shloka and tell. The shloka has everything. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the supreme controller. He is the supreme controller. So we have to understand these 3 points before we can get the conviction that I see some laddus there. Why Manohar laddu? Why there are laddus? They look like Kalyanam laddus. There was a Kalyanam here. Goda Kalyanam. Goda Kalyanam laddus, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deviation, yes. See, my mind is going, instead of Krishna, my mind is going to laddus. uh, so these are the 3 components of the peace formula. The biggest challenge that we have, see, we have a good goal, we have a good intention, good goal. The good goal is everyone wants peace. But what is the problem? The problem is we have internal agitation, but we are expecting external peace. We are expecting external peace, but what we have is internal agitation. There is no peace inside, but we want peace everywhere else. So that these two are contradicting things, right? It's not possible unless you have internal peace. You cannot experience peace. Okay. So once there was a lady. She found Alauddin Deepam. Adbhuta Deepam. Yeah, she found that Alauddin Deepam. Do you know about Alauddin Deepam? No? ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ స్కూల్లో ఏంటి ఏం చెప్తారు? Genie. Genie. You know about genie, right? Yeah. Some kind of magical lamp. Okay? You just rub the magical lamp, you make a wish, and you will get it. Yeah. So this lady, she found it, and then she rubbed, and Alauddin appears, and then she asks. Okay, Alauddin asks her to make a wish. Then she asks. No, I think it's a man. It's a man who found this Alauddin lamp, and then Alauddin asks the man. The man makes a wish saying that make peace in the Middle Eastern countries. In the Middle Eastern countries, where Dubai, UAE, Oman, Saudi, all these places. Make peace in this area. Maybe he belongs from that place. So he asked for peace in entire Middle East area. And then Alauddin says, that's a little difficult, but I can try. But do you have a second wish? Alauddin asks. Then this man tells, uh, give me a life partner, give me a wife who is very, very beautiful, very obedient, who takes care of me nicely, who takes care of the children nicely, who cooks nicely, uh,
Gives money also.
uh, yeah, who gives money also, everything. So then immediately Alauddin said, the first one is better. I can create with difficulty, I can create peace in Middle Eastern countries, but not the second one.
Prabhuji, ఎంత కష్టపడి ఇదంతా వండితే మా మీద జోకులు
Sweet cut.
Sweet. So,
Second one is no need to create. Every wife is like that only, no need to. That's why he said that.
That depends upon man.
it depends on the man.
Beautiful wife and obedient and good well depends upon man.
Yeah. So like that, most of the times we don't have a proper definition of peace. We don't know what peace means. We want peace, but we don't know what peace is. Okay. Another time, there was another story where a king, so he wanted to conduct a painting competition. So he calls all the painters from the kingdom and asks them to draw beautiful painting, and the theme is peace. Peace painting. Peace painting. So the painters have to paint depicting peace formula. Peace formula. So many painters come forward and they all paint different things. Finally, the king selects two paintings. One painting, very, very beautiful. It's a very serene painting. Some lakeside Trikuta Parvat, beautiful gardens around, beautiful flowers, beautiful fountains in the lake, and the blue sky, everything that you can, there are nice peacocks, beautiful, everything is beautiful. Look at the picture and then you will feel very peaceful. And then the second painting was, the painter painted thunderstorms, floods, tsunami in the ocean, heavy rain downpouring, some kind of earthquake. Because of tsunami, earthquake also happened. All those things. And then the king looked at these two paintings. He finalized these two paintings for the final round. And then eventually he selected the second painting. The second painting, which shows tsunami, earthquake, floods, thunderstorm, everything.
How is it symbol of peace?
Then the ministers, they could not understand. They asked the king, okay, so are you sure, Maharaja, did you make the right choice here? Because the first one is very, very clear. It's a very serene picture. Somebody looking at that picture itself, they become peaceful. Whereas the second one, it's very disturbing. So what's your reasoning in choosing the second one as the best picture? Then the king explained, saying that the second one, you are all seeing only the earthquake, tsunami, floods, thunderstorm, all these things. But on top of a tree, amidst all this, on top of a tree, there is a bird nest. There is a bird nest, and the mother bird is feeding the children very nicely. And the children, they are protected, they are feeling secured in the presence of mother bird, and they are not disturbed. The king said, this is the reason I selected the second one as the best painting. So what does it indicate to us?
In any situation, we should not.
We should be peaceful. Because the external things, they are always disturbing. We cannot change them. We cannot change people. We cannot change the circumstances. We cannot change so many things. In fact, everything is beyond our control. Nothing is in our control. So when we cannot change anything, it's better to change our consciousness and have internal peace. That is the true definition of peace. But in the practical life, everybody wants peace. Everybody expects everything else to be settled, to be peaceful. Then they will think, I will become peaceful. But no, it's not possible like that. Padma Patram Ivam Basa. In one of the shlokas in this chapter, I think 5.18, no, 5.18 is that Pandita Samadarshana shloka. Few shlokas before that, 5.14 or 15, Padma Patram Ivam Basa. Krishna tells a sadhu is like a lotus flower, just like how a lotus flower is growing in the mud, but still the lotus is not contaminated by the mud. The fragrance is still very nice. The freshness is there, the fragrance is there, the beauty is there, everything is there. Being which sloka? 10th one, 5.10. Okay. So we have to be like that. Padma Patram Ivam Vasa. So last week we discussed about the third component, right? See, first component is Bhoktaram. Second component Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Third component is Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. So last week we discussed in detail about the friendship, different kinds of friendship, and how to develop friendship with Krishna. So we discussed so many aspects. So one small story about the friendship, and then we can discuss the other two components. So once there was a boy. His name was Gopala. This Gopala, when he was 5 or 6 years old, it was time for him to go to school. But there is a forest in the middle between his home and the school. There is a forest. So he has to walk through the forest to go to the school. And he is very afraid of that. And he doesn't want to go to school. And the mother says, Gopala, whenever you feel any fear, call for your brother. Call out for your brother. And the boy does not ask any questions. Oh, do I have a brother? I never knew about it. He doesn't ask any questions because he has complete faith in his mother's words. He says, okay, ma. And then mother says, his name is Dina Bandhu. Okay? Whenever you are in fear, just call out Dina Bandhu. Then one day the boy wants to go to the school, and then in the middle of the forest, he wants to, it was first day, right? He was really feeling some fear, and then he calls out loud, Dina Bandhu. Call out. Dina Bandhu. Oh, Krishna might come. Okay? Be prepared for that and then call. And okay, leave everything, check all your messages. Finish any final settlements. You want to say bye to your husbands. Do all last minute things and then call. Otherwise, Krishna might come and take you away. So he calls out loudly, Dina Bandhu. Kalpana is saying very confidently, her husband is not here. He's very eager. He's ready. So then our Dinabandhu Krishna comes. He comes and he pacifies Gopala. Don't worry, I'm here. You just keep walking to the school and then everything will be all right. So then Gopala goes to the school without any problem. So like that, whenever Gopala feels some fear, he calls out Dinabandhu. And one day there was some party, just like how we are having party today. There was some party at the school. So, hey Dhruv, hey bale unnaru nuvu. Amme So then the school principal asks everybody to bring something. It was a potluck. Okay, so he asked everybody to bring something. Then Gopala asks his mother, uh, the principal asked to bring something, what can I take? They are poor family. The mother says, no, there are 100 people in the school. I cannot give anything for everybody. So just go empty-handed. Just tell to your principal that, we cannot afford to give something to 100 people. Then he is walking in the forest and then he wants to ask Dinabandhu, his brother. And then he calls out again Dinabandhu, and then Gopala Krishna, the Dinabandhu Krishna comes, and Gopala tells to Dinabandhu Krishna that he wants to take something to the school. Then Krishna gives him a small pot, okay, a small pot, and in that pot some payasam. And Dinabandhu Krishna asks Gopala to take that small pot to the school. When the boy gives the small pot to the principal looks at that and laughs and says that, how can I feed 100 people with this small pot? This is not even sufficient. And he keeps the pot aside. And then the party is over. And in the end, the principal doesn't want to, leave that pot unused there. So whatever is there, he wants to feed everybody, little bit. So then he starts distributing the payasam to everybody. And then no matter how much payasam he is distributing, it is getting replenished with the same quantity, and the pot was always full. Akshay Patra. The pot was always full. Even after serving everybody abundantly, still there was more left. Then the principal was astonished. He asked Gopala, where did you get this pot from? He said, my brother gave it. Principal knows that he doesn't have a brother. Hey, you don't have a brother? Then he said, no, my mom said I have a brother. So I trust in my mom's words. Then I want to see your friend, your brother. Then Gopala brings principal to the forest. And Gopala again calls out Dinabandhu. And Dinabandhu Krishna appears. But only Gopala could see Krishna. The principal could not see. And then Gopala says, yeah, here is my brother, Dinabandhu. And the principal says, I cannot see him. Looks like only you are able to see, I cannot see. How is this possible? Then Krishna speaks from his voice, saying that I am only visible to those people who believe in me. If somebody has any tinge of doubt, or if somebody wants to see me to establish a proof, does God exist? If somebody is looking for a proof, then I am not visible to them. But I am visible and accessible to simple people who believe in me. That's why I am available to Gopal, but not you. And then the principal realizes what exactly happened and who is that Dinabandhu. And he falls at the feet of Gopala and says that you are such a simple-minded person. That's why, that Dinabandhu is none other than Krishna Bhagavan himself. You are so fortunate. And then Gopala goes home and tells everything to the mother. So that means friend. Whenever we are in difficulty, Krishna comes for protection. Best well-wishing friend. So that's about friendship. Next one, Bhokta. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. Yajna and tapas. Yajna means fire sacrifices. Tapas means any austerity. Any austerity. Like if somebody is following some Ekadashi Vrata, somebody is following some Nirjal Vrata, somebody is following Navaratri Upavas, something like that. Any austerity, any tapas. Or if somebody is going to the Himalayas or some forest and doing tapas, meditation, Krishna is saying that I am the benefactor, I am the receiver of the result of all the yajna and tapas. When Krishna says yajna and tapas, it includes everything else also. Yajna, dana, tapas, everything else. Okay? Instead of giving the entire list, Krishna just simplified it with two words, yajna and tapas. But it includes everything, dana, karma, jnana, yajna, dana, karma, jnana, tapas, everything. The benefactor or the receiver of all these things is Krishna. But the problem is, in the material world, whenever we are doing something, we think we are the enjoyer, we are the receiver of the result of our work. We are the benefactor of the result of our work. There's a beautiful shloka in Ishopanishad. If you go to Veda base homepage, you will see this. See this small book called Ishopanishad, Sri Ishopanishad. Okay? It has 18 mantras. Every verse in Ishopanishad is called as mantra. Just like Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, there are 18 mantras in Ishopanishad. It is also sometimes known as Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavasya Upanishad. This shloka says, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता मा गृधा कस्य स्विद्धनम्. Okay. Aparna, can you read this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Translation. Everything inanimate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong.
Yeah. So the purport is very long. The summary of this shloka is, at the time of creation, God has set aside a quota for everyone, every living being, human beings, trees, animals, everybody. God has set aside a quota. Ration quota. In India, we see that ration quota, right? Panchadarala chauka dukhanam edo antaru kadanni.
But ration not for everybody, right?
For
Low
poor people.
income people.
Yeah.
White card.
Yeah. So,
White card.
white card, yes. So just like that, God has, see, in front of God, everyone is poor.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Just like that ration system is only for poor people. Because we are all poor. That's why Dina Bandhu. Bandhu means friend, right? One of the 4 types of friends that we discussed last week. Dina Bandhu. We're all Dina. We're all poor. And he's our friend. Dina Bandhu. That's why he has created a ration system for us. He has set aside a quota of necessities for everybody to consume. And we are supposed to consume only that much. Nothing more. Maybe less, but nothing more. Not more than that. But what we are doing, we are consuming more than that. Okay? We are not even conscious, we are not even paying attention to how much we are consuming in terms of our food, clothing, shelter, cloth, cars, gadgets, jewelry, saris, everything. Praveen, I'm seeing the same old sari on her.
Because in US, in India, it's always different.
Dhruv understood. Yeah. So, the reason why we accumulate so much, why we consume so much is, we think that happiness lies in consuming more. Happiness lies in accumulating more. Because of anxiety, we accumulate more. We accumulate more than what is needed. Otherwise, there is an anxiety. Oh, what's going to happen tomorrow? During COVID time, we all experienced, right? If you go to Costco, everything was emptied. All Indian grocery stores, everything was emptied. So people were storing more than what is required. So this is completely against the Vedic principle, Ishavasya principle. This is called as Ishavasya principle. You will hear this if you are hearing pravachanams on YouTube from someone else. You will very famously hear this word, Ishavasya principle. Okay, or Ishavasya Sutra, Ishavasya Mantra. We all know about Bala Gangadhara Shastri, right? The freedom fighter, politician, freedom fighter. Huh?
Yeah, Balagangadhar.
Bala Ganga. No, not Bala Gangadhar Tilak. Bala Gangadhar Shastri. I think politician. One of the politicians, but a very honest politician. Okay. During Gandhi time only. During Gandhi time, one of the honest politicians. So one day, one of his friends came to him and asked for 1,000 rupees, as a loan. His friend asked Balagangadhar to give 1,000 rupees, as a loan. Balagangadhar said, my monthly salary is only 300 rupees, and with that we run the home. I give 300 rupees to my wife, and she runs the home. I don't have 1,000 rupees to give you. I mean, those days 1,000 rupees means big, like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, something like that. So then the man, Hare Krishna, then the man, goes back home. But later one day he meets with the wife of Balagangadhar, and then during the conversation, he tells what exactly happened. That he asked Balagangadhar for 1,000 rupees, and he could not give. The wife says, I can help you, if you promise me that you will pay off in a timely fashion, I can help you. Then the wife gives 1,000 rupees to the friend. And then the friend tells Balagangadhar, saying that your wife helped me. And Balagangadhar goes home and asks the wife, every week I am giving you 300 rupees. So how much do you spend every month on groceries and to run the home? How much do you need exactly? Because I'm surprised that you are saving something. I thought you are spending everything to run the home, but looks like you are spending everything. You are saving something. The wife says, I only need 200 rupees every month. I don't need more than that. Okay? So take inspiration. 200 rupees. So then Balagangadhar goes to his office. He was working in an office, government office. He goes to the office. Later he became a politician, but initially he was working in the government office. So he goes to the office and tells his higher authorities that every month I'm getting 300 rupees. But every month I need only 200 rupees. So you cut down my salary. This happened for real. This happened for real. This is a true story of Balagangadhar. He asked to reduce the salary to 200 rupees. Because he is the person who believed that consuming more than what is needed is a sin. She wants to go to the kids class? No, I was telling her. Okay. Yeah. So he considers that consuming more than needed is a sin. That's the Ishavasya principle. Because we think we are the Bhokta. But Krishna is telling, I am the Bhokta. Brajishnur Brojanam Bhokta Sahishnur Jagadadijaha. Vishnu Sahasranama. Okay, Brajishnur Bhojanam Bhokta. I am the benefactor. There, Bhishmadev used the word Bhojanam, but Bhojanam doesn't necessarily mean only food, but everything. Receiver of everything, benefactor of everything. Is the Bhokta, Bhokta of everything. So, the problem with this mentality, Bhokta mentality or the enjoyership mentality is that we have a sense of proprietorship. We have a sense of proprietorship. That is ownership. We have a sense of ownership. We think I own this. That's why I am entitled to enjoy. And along with that sense of proprietorship also comes sense of controllership. We think we can control. Okay? And the moment it is taken away from us, it causes great pain. It causes great pain. For example, let's say there's a gold chain. Okay? Everybody has gold chain. Okay, let me come to the men now. Bracelet, gold bracelet. Gold bracelet. Okay, let's say a man has a gold bracelet. As long as the bracelet is with him, he's happy. The moment somebody steals it away, there's a great amount of pain. Because the man has identified himself with some connection to the bracelet. And the moment it is taken away, there's a great amount of pain. So this is the problem. When we have this sense of ownership, I own this. I own this gold chain. I own this bracelet. The moment it is taken away, it causes great amount of pain. Similarly, all the relations in our life, the family, friends, relatives, colleagues, neighbors, everybody, all the relations in our life, they are also like that gold chain and gold bracelet. The moment they are taken away, it causes great amount of pain. And sooner or later, everything will be taken away. Everything will be taken away from our life. There was a story of a man who owns a property, and after some time they decided to sell it. The owner has three children, three sons. So a father and three sons. Sons are also grown up. The father was getting old. He wants to downsize his assets. So they decided to sell some property. The property is put on sale, and a buyer came. They signed the contract, and then they signed the contract, but the registration did not happen. Soon after signing the contract, a fire accident happened, and the house was burnt in fire. Entire house was burnt in fire. And then the owner, the original owner who sold the house, he started laughing. He started laughing. And the sons could not understand this. Daddy, why are you laughing? And the father said, this is not my property anymore. So it doesn't affect me. It doesn't disturb me. And then, so first son comes and asks the father. And the father tells to the first son that this is not our property anymore. That's why I'm laughing. Then after an hour or so, second son comes and says that, Daddy, only the contract is signed, but the registration did not happen. Due to some delay in the registration office, the registration did not happen. So technically, the house belongs to us only. Then the father started crying. And then after 1 hour or so, third son comes. And he tells that, Daddy, no need to cry. That the buyer, whoever signed the contract, he's so nice. He's a gentleman. He tells that even though there is a fire on the house, the whole house got burned in the fire. But since he signed the contract, he says he's ready to pay the entire money, and he wants to take the responsibility. Then the father started laughing again. See, the same house, same father, same person, but look at the sine wave of the emotions. One time he was high, another time he was low, and again he was high. What is the reason for all these variations or fluctuations in the emotions? What's the reason? Ownership. The moment you have this sense of ownership, then everything goes down. Okay? Your emotions are going down, you're feeling low. But the moment you think that it is not mine, okay, then you are high. So we have to, from this example, we have to take inspiration that nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna is the only owner. I am only the caretaker. I am the caretaker of the house that I am living in. I'm the caretaker of the children that I am raising. Huh? These are all Krishna's children. I am the caretaker of all these people. So with that intention, we have to acknowledge that Krishna is the owner. Krishna is the owner. He is the proprietor. Because he is the proprietor, he is the enjoyer. He gets to enjoy. He is entitled to enjoy. If we are not the owner, we cannot enjoy, right? So, so that's the technique behind developing no ownership on anything. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. And whatever we do in our daily life, we have to do it to please the Lord. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. Yasmin tushte means if Krishna is pleased, then jagat tushtam. The entire world is pleased. So which story comes to your mind when we say this? Draupadi Akshay Patra. Yeah. So, you know the story fully? Yeah. So say it out loud.
All the Pandavas and Draupadi, they go to Vanavas and they stay in the forest. And before going to the Vanavas, sun god appears and gives them the Akshay Patra. And he says that you can it will keep giving food. Akshay Patra will keep giving food as long as you eat the last. Once Draupadi eats the last meal, then it stops giving food for that day or for that meal or lunch, dinner, whatever. And so she used to eat at the last always, and they were living in forest. They were feeding all the sadhus, munis, rishis, everyone who's coming to their this thing, and even kings used to visit them, and lot of this used to happen. One day, what happens? Duryodhan, he is understanding that they are already gathering their armies for a future war. So Duryodhan realized that okay, they are pleasing everybody, so they are getting more armies. So what he does is he calls Durvas Muni. He gives a very good feast to him. Obviously he's in the kingdom, so he gets very impressed and he asks, what boon do you want, or what do you want me to do? I'm very impressed by you. Durvas Muni is known for his anger, and in anger he would give shrap to the person that he's angry with. So the Duryodhana says that I have a brother in the forest. He's also like really good and pious. So I want you to visit him as well. That is my boon. That is a boon I'm wishing.
That is a wish.
For. So he also tells them. He observes what they are doing, and he also gives them time when he should visit and all with all his disciples, like a lot of people.
Yeah, he takes about thousands of people.
Thousands of disciples and goes. But that day, they already completed the meal. Even Draupadi ate and washed everything, that particularly the Akshay Patra. And so, what happens is, Durvasa Muni comes and he says that, informs them that I'm coming. Get my food ready. We'll go to the river and bath and come back. All my disciples. So everybody is worried now. The Pandavas are worried now. They finished the last meal and washed everything, and it cannot produce more food. And till then, they never worried about picking food or something like that. All they could find is like some fruits and all, which cannot satisfy like thousands of people. So Draupadi, Krishna says to Draupadi that whenever you just wish for me, just you just have to think about me once, and I'll be always present at your in front of you.
Yeah.
Because she's his Sakhi, so he has that kind of this thing. So she was, because there is no other way, she was just thinking about him without even knowing.
Yeah.
Like, only my friend can save me now, kind of this thing. So he comes. So as soon as she thinks about him, he knocks on the door.
Yeah.
And he comes inside and says that I'm very hungry. Please feed me something.
So there is already one problem. Draupadi has to feed Durvasa Muni and thousands of his disciples. There's already a big problem.
Yeah.
On top of that, there is another problem. She called out to Krishna to solve the problem, and Krishna has created another problem. He's asking to feed him. Yeah.
So Draupadi says, "Are you making fun of me or something? You know that about, he knows about Akshay Patra and all. So, and I just ate my last meal.
Yeah.
I just ate my meal and I washed everything. There's nothing left in the house, and Durvasa Muni is coming and along with his disciples. We don't know what to do. I'm very worried about that.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to give a shrap, then there is no war.
Yeah.
Duryodhana is going to win in just a minute. So then he says, it's okay, you'll find something, just give me, show me everything, I'll find something
Yeah.
and I'll eat. So irrespective of however many times Draupadi says, he doesn't listen and he takes the Akshay Patra and finds
One grain. There's one grain in
of
that.
rice.
Yeah.
And he eats that and burps.
Yeah.
And just like
He's
that,
satisfied. He's completely satisfied with one grain.
He's satisfied and burps, and the whole world burps at the same time,
Yeah.
including Durvasa Muni
And the disciples.
So they come.
They're all going to eat that one grain.
And they come and say that we are already full. Somehow we don't know how, but we don't want to eat anything now.
Yeah.
We just rest and go.
Yeah.
So they just rest and go, and they don't get any shrap, and they are also very satisfied with him, and he just leaves.
Yeah. So this is a beautiful story which shows that if Krishna is pleased, everyone is pleased automatically. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Samsiddhi means the perfection. Perfection of our life is to please Bhagavan. There is a beautiful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam. Ata pumbhir tvija shreshta varnashrama vibhagashaya swanustitasya It's not corrected? Okay, I'll correct it. Swanustitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Okay? Ata pumbir dvijashreshta varnashrama vibhagashaya swanustitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Hari means Supreme Lord. Toshanam means for his pleasure, for his satisfaction. Anything that you do, any work that you do, if we do it to satisfy the Lord, that is the perfection of our life. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. So most of the times when we offer something to God, we have doubts that is God accepting this, or is just a routine and ritual that we are doing? Is God really accepting it? So these kind of things we'll have in our mind. And if Krishna is the Bhokta, as he is saying in this shloka, then what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to enjoy? I am doing all the hard work, and if I don't have to enjoy the results of my work, then what's the inspiration for me? The internal meaning of Krishna's instruction is, when Krishna says he is the Bhokta, he is the enjoyer, he enjoys, but we also get that enjoyment. Krishna gives enjoyment to us also. In fact, Krishna gives us more enjoyment, more bliss than what he experiences. Okay? Krishna can do that. In fact, there are certain areas or certain things that Krishna himself cannot taste. Krishna himself cannot enjoy. Example? Example for things that Krishna cannot enjoy. Krishna cannot experience.
The bhakti of her, pure devotion of her devotee. I mean, he came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
To experience that. Yeah.
But I think as Krishna, he cannot
Yes.
enjoy.
As Bhagavan, he cannot experience the bliss of chanting his name. Okay? Let's say Gayatri. Okay? Everybody chants Gayatri mantra. But, they are all experiencing the bliss of chanting Gayatri mantra. But the person Gayatri Devi, she may not relish the pleasure or the bliss in chanting Gayatri mantra. Okay? So there was a nice story of Tukaram. Tukaram, he used to go on top of a mountain to do his sadhana. That is his bhajan kutir. Okay? So that nobody comes and disturbs him. He used to go on top of the mountain and chant Ram, 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 like that. Okay? And then his wife, Ram, Panduranga, both. So he and his wife, she has to find him, right? After some time, she has to find him. The way she tries to find which mountain Tukaram is meditating upon, the way she finds is, there are so many mountains, right? For example, Cascade range of mountains. There are so many mountains. So you can't see, where Tukaram is sitting. The way she has a very good technique to find Tukaram. She goes to the bottom of the mountains, takes one stone, puts it in her ears. And if it is vibrating or resonating, Ram, 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 then that means Tukaram is that day chanting on that mountain. So that is how she was able to find him. So one day she wants to, go to Tukaram. So she finds that Tukaram is on so and so mountain, and then she starts climbing up. And during the middle of the mountain, she had some difficulty. She was about to fall, and then Panduranga Vittala, he comes. But Tukaram's wife, she has some vengeance towards Panduranga Vittala. She does not like him. She thinks that you are the one who have taken away my husband, Tukaram. That's why she doesn't want to see his face. So Panduranga Vittala comes and holds her on one side. She was about to fall. And then immediately, soon after she saw Panduranga Vittala, she turns to the other side. And Panduranga Vittala comes on the other side. So like that, there is some conversation between them. And then Panduranga Vittala says, see, you are trying to find your husband. I am also trying to find him. He is completely absorbed in his sadhana, his meditation, his japa. I am also, and he is lost in that. He is lost in his japa. Just like how, Anuja lost in her japa. So, I'm also trying to find him. So let us both come together and find him. And slowly they go and reach the top of the mountain and they see Tukaram. And then, the wife asks Tukaram, why you are so absorbed in Tukaram, or maybe Panduranga Vittala himself asks, why you are so absorbed, why you are always spending time in your japa, meditation, samadhi like this, chanting my name. Okay? Then Tukaram says, oh my Lord, the bliss of chanting your holy name is something that only we can experience and you cannot experience. This is the bliss that only we can enjoy, but you cannot enjoy. You are the Bhokta. You are the Bhoktaram of everything. You are the Bhokta of Yajna, Dana, Tapas, Karma, Jnana, everything. But the chanting of the bliss of chanting your holy name, only we can experience that. You cannot experience that. Even if I describe why I am always spending my time in japa, why I am always absorbed in your japa, you will not be able to understand. Okay? So who is getting the benefit here? Who is getting the bliss? Who is the Bhokta here? We are the Bhokta. We are the Bhokta. Even though Krishna is saying he is the Bhokta, but he is making us the Bhokta. He is making us the Bhokta. We are the benefactors of the bliss of this bhakti, chanting the holy name or any bhakti sadhana. Whether it is Shravana Bhakti, Kirtana Bhakti, Smarana Bhakti, Padasevana Bhakti, Archana Bhakti, any bhakti, the bhakti అని అక్కడ కూర్చోబెడతారా, అది తీసుకెళ్ళి ఆ మృదంగా తీసుకెళ్ళి అక్కడ ఇవ్వండి. అక్కడే వాడు అక్కడ రూమ్లో అయితే కిచెన్లో కానీ కిచెన్లో కూర్చోబెట్టండి. అక్కడ పెట్టు. యా
This explanation is very good. This explanation is very good. This is completely different understanding.
Yeah. So Tukaram gives actually some analogies. He gives 3 analogies. He says that just like cow produces milk, but can the cow taste her own milk? No. And he gives the second analogy. The second analogy is oyster. Trees also. Yeah. He gives an analogy of oyster. You know what oyster is? Pearls. That produces pearls. Okay? Oyster produces beautiful pearls with which people make pearl necklace, pearl garland, everything. See, everything is going to jewelry only today. So,
Gold prices are high.
gold prices are high. That's why we came to pearl. We are discussing about pearls. So, the oyster cannot enjoy the pearls. Okay? Third example, he gives an example of a flower. There is so much nectar in the flower. The flower cannot taste its own nectar. Only the honeybee can taste the nectar. So we are all like the honeybees. We are all like the honeybees who can taste the nectar in the flower completely. The flower cannot taste. So giving these analogies, Tukaram gives this explanation to Lord Vittala, and even the wife was also listening to that time, and the Lord is completely convinced, and that's a truth. As a matter of fact, that's the truth. Krishna is making us the Bhokta. What did he say to Arjuna in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yogam? Krishna says, Tasmatva muttishta yasho labasva jitva shatrum bhungshva rajyam samruddham mayaivaite vihata purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi. Very good. Gayatri. She chanted just like Gayatri mantra, so easily, effortlessly. So Krishna says, Krishna has already done all the work. He has already killed Kauravas. In fact, he shows in his mouth all the Kauravas entering into his mouth and getting died. He shows that Rupam to Arjuna and says, now I have already killed all these people. You just get up, pick up your bow Gandiva, fight, win the kingdom, and you get the credit. So he is the Bhokta here. Who is the enjoyer of the result? Arjuna. Krishna is asking Arjuna to enjoy the kingdom. Krishna has done everything. All the hard work Krishna has done. And Krishna is asking Arjuna to enjoy. Only for namesake he is saying, I am the Bhokta. But he is making us the Bhokta. We have seen 2 examples. Arjuna's example and also Tukaram example. Okay? So, that's why Krishna is very Chatur. He's very, very clever and cunning. He says something, but the meaning is totally different. Yeah. So talking about uh, that example, right? Draupadi feeding Krishna with one grain, and then entire world is satisfied. So oftentimes in the DYS classes or in the initial stages of Bhagavad Gita classes, we give an example of a tree. Just like how how we water the root of a tree, and the entire tree is nourished. All the branches, the leaves, flowers, fruits, vegetables, everything is nourished. You don't go and water each and everything manually. Okay? So what is the shloka for that? We have listened to this example many times, right? Did everyone listen to this example? Yes? Sudhakar? Yeah. No? Sri Lakshmi? No, huh? Okay. So now did you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't go and water everything, right? Just water the roots, and entire tree is nourished. So let us see the pramana for that. The shloka pramana. Hmm? Oh, it's not connected. Yeah. I think if there is some lag, if there is no movement for some time, it automatically disconnects. Yeah. So this is the shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 31, Shloka number 14. Narada instructs the Prachetas. Yata tarormoolanishechanena triptyanti tatskandha bhujopashakaha. प्राणोपहाराच्च यतानेन्द्रियाणां तथैव सर्वाहणमच्युतेज्य. तथैव सर्वार्हणमच्युतेज्य. So, Sri Lakshmi, can you read this?
Pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body. Simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality.
Yeah. So you all heard about this example, but here is the shloka, the pranama or pramana for this from Srimad Bhagavatam 4:31-14. Yata taror, taror means tree. Yata taror means just like a tree. Yata taror mula, mula is the root. Yata taror mula nischeshanena triptyanti tatskanda bhujopashakaha प्राणोपहाराच्च यतेन्द्रियाणां तथैव सर्वार्हणमच्युतेज्य. Okay? So, so we have to develop this mentality of nothing belongs to me. I don't own anything. Everything is the property of Krishna, and he is the enjoyer. And Krishna on the other side, what is Krishna thinking? You are the enjoyer. Okay? You are the enjoyer. You are the owner, you are the enjoyer. So this is what is a mutual relationship, the beautiful mutual relationship. Okay? Whatever we are thinking, Krishna is thinking the same. He will just take it for a namesake and he will give it back to us. That is how the Naivedyam Bhoga offering happens, right? You prepare a nice meal, Chappan Bhog, put everything in plate, keep it in front of Bhagavan, do Naivedyam and Bhoga offering, and Krishna gives everything back to you. If we see any difference, if we see that one item is gone, will you continue? No, will you continue to do the Naivedyam and offering from tomorrow? No, right? Oh, Krishna is eating. I will not have anything to eat now. We'll be more happy, right? We'll be more happy to do that. So, but yeah, that's the proof. Whatever we are offering is giving it back to us.
So when you worship Krishna, we also get happiness, right?
Yes.
You don't need to worship other small branches. You don't need to water the other branches, small demigods, right?
Yeah.
But instead of worshipping Krishna, we also worship Chaitanya Prabhu, right? So that we can go attain Krishna. Again, there is another path. We are not worshipping.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna. He is none other than Krishna.
So why not worship Krishna directly?
You can worship Krishna, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us how to do bhakti, how to do that worship of Krishna. You can directly worship Krishna if you know. But since we do not know how to worship Krishna directly, it is not only Krishna, right? Krishna and Radha together. Lakshmi Narayana together. Rama Sita together. Lakshmi Narasimha together. Shiva Parvati together. Since we don't know, because we think if I worship Krishna alone, it is fine. That is our mistake. But we always have to worship as a Yugala. Okay? So to teach that, Krishna came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to demonstrate how to practice bhakti, to demonstrate how to chant holy name, to demonstrate how to develop this Yugala bhakti for Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, we'll be just doing whatever we are doing, worship Krishna alone. Yeah, which is not correct. Yeah. Okay? I was about to say something. Yeah. So talking about this concept of the sense of proprietorship, ownership, and enjoyership mentality, there is a story of Ramanujacharya and his disciples. Ramanujacharya had many disciples, out of which 2 disciples were most dear to Ramanujacharya. Their names are Dasharathi, who is a Brahmin and very learned, highly scholar, learned Pandit, Dasharathi. And the other one is Dhanurdas. His name is Dhanurdas. Dhanurdas, in the initial stage, before he became a disciple of Ramanujacharya, he was very sinful. He was very lusty, and one day, in fact, during the procession of the Utsava Murtis in a temple, Ramanujacharya was also there in that procession. He was carrying the palanquin, and this Dhanurdas, he was also standing there. But his eyes, instead of being on the Utsava Murtis, the beautiful Utsava Murtis, Dhanurdas' eyes were on a lady in that procession. Her name was Hemangi. So Ramanujacharya observed this. He observed this and he told Dhanurdas that if I show you more beautiful than this, we see in Annamaya movie, right? Where did they get that from? They got this from Ramanujacharya. So, if I show you more beautiful than this, will you come with me? Dhanurdas said, I don't think there can be anything more beautiful than Hemangi. Then Ramanujacharya took him to Ranganath's deity inside the Srirangam temple. And then as soon as Dhanurdas saw that, he fell at the feet of the deity And then that day, he changed completely. He became a disciple of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya personally arranged the marriage of Dhanurdas and Hemangi. And together they both served Ramanujacharya and the Lord. So Dhanurdas and Dasharathi are two disciples. But Dhanurdas, he is from a Shudra Kulam. And Dasharathi is from Brahmana Kulam, higher caste. So every day Ramanujacharya's ritual was, he used to go to the river to bathe, but while going to the river, he was holding the hand of Dasharathi, who is a learned Brahmin, and after taking bath in the river, while coming out and coming back to the shore, he was holding the hand of Dhanurdas, who is a Shudra. Looking at this, all the other disciples, they got bewildered. They were thinking, what are you doing, Swami? While going to take bath, you are holding the hand of a Brahmana, but after you got purified in the river, while coming back, you are holding the hand of a Shudra. Are you not contaminated? Then Ramanujacharya says, don't look at these external things. And then Ramanujacharya wanted to teach them as a lesson. So that day, that night, when everybody was sleeping, they're all sleeping in the ashram, right? Ramanujacharya, all the disciples, the guru, disciples, everybody were sleeping in the ashram. So Ramanujacharya along with the Dasharathi and Dhanurdas, they go to all the disciples' rooms. They were sleeping together, but they go to all the other rooms and then they tear off their clothes. Ramanujacharya and these two disciples, they tear off clothes of other disciples. The next day morning, when everybody woke up, they saw that everything is torn off and there is a mess everywhere. They all got angry. Each one was thinking that the other person has done it. So there was a little fight among them. And then, so by doing that, Ramanujacharya wanted to prove what is the consciousness of all the other disciples. Except Dasharathi and Dhanurdas, he wanted to show the consciousness of other disciples. Because they were thinking they were pure. That's why they were asking Ramanujacharya, how can you hold the hand of a Shudra? He is not pure. And they were thinking they were pure. And as soon as a little, as soon as an insignificant wealth is disturbed, their mind is disturbed. What is that wealth? The clothes. Ramanujacharya came and torn off the clothes. As soon as little bit of wealth is damaged, their consciousness is damaged. Because they are thinking that they are the owner of their clothes, they are the enjoyer of those clothes. Any small damage to their wealth causes great disturbance, and they all started fighting. And then Ramanujacharya wanted to prove second thing. He wanted to prove the consciousness of Dhanurdas, who is a Shudra. So Ramanujacharya asked some of his disciples to go to Dhanurdas' home and steal the jewelry. Okay? The disciples, initially they were not, they were not clear. Ramanujacharya, Swami, are you asking us to go and steal from Dhanurdas' home? Yes, you heard it correctly. You go and do whatever I am saying. Then the disciples go there and Dhanurdas' wife is sleeping, and then they slowly start taking her bangles off. Dhanurdas' wife, she is aware that they came and they started taking out her jewelry. And to help them, Dhanurdas' wife, she was sleeping on one side. She was a side sleeper. So she was sleeping on one side. Now to help them, she turns to the other side so that they can take all other jewelry. So then they cleared off all the jewelry and then went back to ashram. went back to ashram and gave it to Ramanacharya. And they asked Ramanacharya, Swamiji, what is that you are trying to teach us by this? Then Ramanacharya takes all the disciples to the home of Dhanurdas and asks them to hide behind the wall and hear the conversation between Dhanurdas and his wife. The wife tells Dhanurdas that this is what happened. Some disciples from the ashram, they came and they were trying to steal jewelry. And then the wife was telling, I think the wife was telling that initially I was sleeping on one side, and to help them, I turned to the other side, and then I let them steal everything. Then hearing this, Dhanurdas got angry. Why did he get angry? This is what he says. Very beautiful. Now this will clear off all our misconceptions about Bhokta, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, all these things. I am the owner, I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer, I am the controller. This will clear off all our misconceptions. Dhanurdas says very, very beautiful. He says he gets angry at the wife, saying that when disciples of our Guru were trying to steal, why did you disturb them? Why did you disturb them? You should have let them steal in their own way. Why did you even give them a feeling that you are awake? Because as soon as the wife turned to the other side, the disciples got afraid and then they left. Okay? They were able to catch whatever they could. And then as soon as there is slight movement in her, she was trying to help them, but as soon as there is slight movement, they ran away. So Dhanurdas said, why did you disturb them? You should have let them finish their job completely. Maybe there is a situation in the ashram. They are short of funds for their daily livelihood, for their daily bread and butter. They are short of funds. That's why maybe they came here. And after all, who sent them? Our Guru Ramanujacharya only sent them. And Ramanujacharya, he has the right to steal our lives only. What to speak of these insignificant things, gold and jewelry or clothes. He has every right to steal everything. He can steal our lives also. What to speak of these insignificant things? Now, hearing all these and Dhanurdas continues saying that we don't own anything. Nothing is ours. Nothing belongs to us. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. In fact, whatever we have, whatever little things we have, everything was given by Guru and Krishna only. By Guru Krupa and Krishna Krupa only, we got whatever we got. Now, when they are taking, they have the right to take everything. Hearing this conversation, all the disciples, they were transformed. So, this is a true story. This happened. So, this shows that, we have this sense of ownership, controllership and enjoyership. But eventually, when we acknowledge that Krishna is the Bhokta, he will enjoy and he will make us enjoy things. He will give more bliss than what we deserve. Okay? Huh? What is that? So first you have to ask those thieves, who sent you? Who sent you? If Radhanath Swami Maharaj sent, okay, take everything. You want anything else? You want to eat dinner? Who sent you? Who sent you? Yes.
So, Prabhu, like you said, Dhanurdas Prabhu, he touches the Sudra, right? What is the explanation for that one? What is the Ramanacharya was telling? What is the lesson?
Because Ramanacharya, he was showing Pandita Samadarshana, equal vision between Brahmana and Shudra. So, even though Dhanudas is a Shudra, but he is a devotee, he is a pure devotee. He is a dear disciple of Ramanacharya. But other disciples, they could not take it. They were saying that he is a Shudra, he is of lower class family, and Ramanacharya, if you touch him, you will be contaminated.
With this example, what he is doing from by stealing her jewelry.
To show how pure Dhanurdas is. To show the consciousness of Dhanurdas.
Oh, it's not contaminated or something.
Yeah. To show his pure consciousness. When the disciples were hearing the conversation between Dhanurdas and his wife, what did Dhanurdas say? Dhanurdas said, nothing belongs to us. Everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. So when everything belongs to them, they have every right to take. Whereas the disciples, any slight, when Ramanujacharya torn off their clothes little bit, he did not even steal the clothes, just torn off little bit here and there. That they could not tolerate. And they were having a big fight among them, thinking that you are the one who did, you are the one who did. They were blaming each other and fighting. Whereas Dhanurdas, even if everything was stolen, he was speaking high about Guru and Krishna. Yeah.
Prabhuji, Dhanurdas, when he see Sri
Ranganath.
Swami,
Yeah.
is that the first time or?
That was the first time.
First time.
Yeah. That was the first time.
Seen
Yeah. Because he was in a Shudra family, and then he was a sinful person. Yeah. But just like, you see in every procession, in every festival, you will see devotees and non-devotees, everybody will be there, right? So like that, Dhanurdas also was among the crowd. He was one among the crowd like that. But eventually he got purified. Yeah. As soon as he got darshan of Ranganath, he immediately got transformed. Yeah. So sometimes when we see different people get transformed in different ways. Sometimes when you see a beautiful deity form, you will be transformed. Sometimes when you see a nice sadhu, you will be transformed. Sometimes when you hear nice Krishna Katha, you will be transformed. Sometimes when you hear nice Kirtan, you will be transformed. Like that, different people get transformed in different ways. So like that, in our life, we have to take every situation as a blessing. Even the so-called problem also, we have to take it as a blessing of Krishna. When Parikshit Maharaj, uh, when he was cursed to die in 7 days by the snake bite, Parikshit Maharaj, this is what he was thinking. I think Krishna is coming in the form of this curse. And in that shloka, Parikshit Maharaj uses the word Dvija Shapa Rupa. Dvija Shapa Rupa. That means Krishna has appeared in the form of this curse. Generally, we see different forms of Krishna either in the Archamurti Vigraha, deity form, or Grantha Rupa, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita is also a form of Krishna, or the Nija Rupa of Krishna, when Krishna appears personally, or the Manasika Darshan of Krishna, when Krishna appears in our heart. So like this, there are different forms of Krishna. But look at the consciousness of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit was thinking that Krishna appeared as that Shapa Rupa. That Shapam is nothing but a form of Krishna. Dvija Shapa Rupa. So like that, any problem in our life, we have to take it as a blessing. In fact, more than blessing actually. We have to consider it as Krishna personally present in the form of that problem. Krishna has taken a form of that problem to teach something to us in our life. We have to consider it that way. So then we'll get the transformation. So different people get transformed, differently. Ganurdas got transformed like that. Okay, so it's almost 2 o'clock. Any questions, comments, reflections?
In Bhokta example,
Yeah.
so you're saying Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer.
Yeah.
But that's the statement made, but in turn it made like, other people are only enjoying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arjuna example. Yeah, Arjuna example and other examples, Tukaram examples.
Yeah.
But that's contradicting the initial statement.
Contradicting?
The initial statement itself.
Yeah.
Krishna is the only enjoyer,
Yeah.
not the other people.
Yeah.
But in the examples that we have seen, so it's actually, Krishna in turn making the people as the enjoyer.
Yes, that's the secret. They too appear as contradicting things, right? But the secret is, the moment we acknowledge that Krishna is the enjoyer, we will become the enjoyer. But the moment we think we are the enjoyer, we will not become the enjoyer. The secret is in accepting Krishna as the enjoyer. Yeah. Then, whether Krishna will enjoy or not, that's secondary, depends. Some things Krishna will enjoy, some things Krishna cannot enjoy. Like the bliss of chanting the holy name, Krishna cannot enjoy, but you can enjoy that. Okay? So that's the secret. The secret is in accepting Krishna as the enjoyer. Then you will be happy. You will be enjoying and you will be happy. Yeah. So it's not like Krishna. Except the few things, like except the bliss of chanting the holy name, except experiencing the bliss of Radharani's love. Everything else Krishna can enjoy. And Krishna does not need any external person to offer him anything. Because he is the Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the Adhipati of all the lokas. So he's a creator and proprietor and controller of everything, right? So he doesn't need anything from us. But he's telling that for our own benefit. When we offer something, we experience that loving exchange. So the kind of bliss that we get is through that loving exchange. Yeah. When a parent buys some candies and gives it to the child, and the child gives one candy to the father feels very happy, right? If the father wants, he can buy entire store also. Entire store, and he can eat all the chocolates. Will he find happiness in that? No. But if he buys some candies to the child, and if the child gives one candy to the father, the child experiences happiness, the father also experiences happiness. Yeah. So like that. So the secret is, if the child understands, if the child has the maturity to think that my father, if he wants, he can buy the entire shop. He can buy all the candies and eat by himself. If the child gets that maturity, then the child does not think that he is the enjoyer. And when the child gives one chocolate, the father feels happy and child also feels happy. Yeah. Because the father is pleased, child automatically gets pleased. If Krishna is pleased, all the living entities, they also get pleased. Yeah. So last week you asked, right, how to develop friendship with Krishna, or how to experience this strong friendship with Krishna. Okay? So we have to make Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita as our friends, as our lifetime companions. So if we make these two things, three things actually, the holy name, chanting of the holy name, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. If we make these three things our eternal friends, lifetime companions, then we can experience the friendship with Krishna. Because Krishna has already declared that my friendship is available. Whoever wants it, they can come and experience. Now it's only to us to experience. So how can we experience that? By chanting, by reading Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. Yes, the Srimad Bhagavatam, holy name, Bhagavad Gita, they are not different from Krishna. Yeah, so if we make these as our eternal companions, then we can experience the Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam aspect that Krishna is teaching in this shloka. Yeah. Okay?
That point also.
Just right in time. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, anything else?
Time for everyone to actually go and view the magnanimous view of the ODP and the diagrams.
Yeah. So when Krishna, so one last thing, and we'll conclude this. So when Krishna is saying, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, I'm the well-wisher and the best friend of all. What is the internal meaning, hidden meaning, or what is the instruction for us? In that statement of Krishna, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, what is the instruction for us? Okay. Practical instruction.
We should look all of them living in Gita also like
Yes. Okay. When Krishna is saying he is the best friend and well-wisher of everybody, we have to see if we are accepting Krishna as our friend. And when Krishna is saying Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, he is friend not only to me, he is friend to Praveen also. A friend of the friend is a friend. Right? So that means the internal instruction, the internal meaning or the hidden instruction for all of us is we have to make friendship with everybody. Be dear with each other. When Radhanath Swami Maharaj came in June, we were having a class in a home, a devotee's home. After 2 hours class, somebody asked Maharaj, if we have to request you and appeal to you and so that you can visit Seattle every year, what is the best way? How can we do that? Then very spontaneously, Maharaj noticed behind the window a deer came. Okay, his house, the devotee's home, it's surrounded by a little forest area. Okay, it's a 1 acre lot and there are so many trees and everything. The deers are moving very freely. Okay, until that time there was no deer. The moment this question was asked, there is a deer, and within a split second, Maharaj looked at that deer and made this statement: be dear to each other. Be dear to each other. Looking at the deer, he said, be dear to each other. That means this is the way we can request Maharaj to come to Seattle every year. So that is Krishna's instruction. When Krishna is saying, I am the true friend and well-wisher of everyone, he is asking us to be friends with everyone. Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. Whenever you see other person, other devotee in the temple, you say this statement. Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. I want to make friendship with you. So this is the hidden meaning. Yeah. Gyanaya? See, last week you all spoke in Telugu. Abhishek disappeared. I think today only Telugu. Anuja came late, but other than that, everybody Telugu only. Including Rakesh. Kannada Telugu, huh? Yeah. But he understands.
Yeah, broken Telugu, but
yeah, better than Abhishek. And I told in the last class, if you continue to speak like this, Abhishek will disappear. No, he's not like that. He'll come back. Okay. So, with that, we conclude here and we go to the best part.
Yeah, it's not working.
We forgot then.
You don't know how to operate.
Show one of them so that we can use every Sunday.
Yeah.
I also
Rakesh tried fixing it. Yeah.
just push up.
See, these are new products. All these are new products. This is
Even when we saw it, he still said everybody is selfish. But we know we are people.
Now what's that?
I said, you will also learn Telugu. I said, even though he saw us, he still did not say he said everybody is selfish. He knows that we are Telugu. We are Telugu.
Your Bahubhasha Kovid Mataji. Even though you don't understand the words, you understand the feelings, expressions, emotions.
And if you want to stay in the US, there is a desire, you better be lost in the Telugu song.
Forget about US. In ISKCON. If you want to be in ISKCON.
Exactly. So if anybody is identifying us with Telugu, we are happy. Oh yes, we are Telugu.
But
unmute. Okay. This was the
Yeah.
I was unplugging and I was thinking.
how about the speaker?